Yes guys, what is up? Hope everybody is keeping well and welcome back to the channel. A small bit later as usual, or than usual this morning. Hope everybody is keeping well. We're going to get straight into it. 10 to 10. We're coming into the business part of the deadline anyway. Hope everybody is well anyway. We've got Sean, Saw Doctor, Michael, Gavin in the chat. Hope you are all well, lads. Keep the questions coming in. I'm going to move this mic a small bit closer to myself. We have 27 in the chat at the moment. Drop a comment in the comment section there. Get the likes going on stream. We have Jovan, Luca just after joining then as well. Hope we're keeping well, lads, this morning. And yeah, big decisions to make on the Man City, lads. For now, I've got Haaland and Foden in the team. You can see I've made one free transfer already. Connor Cronin in the chat. Connor, hope all is well, man. Drop the likes in on the stream there, lads and ladies. Let's try and get this pushed out to a few more people around the world. And get the likes going then, if you wouldn't mind also. If you are new to the channel, do drop a like. As I said, get subscribing. And yeah, let's get straight into it. Right, we've got Will O'Reilly start for Man City. As of now, we are still waiting on the Man City team news. I've got Haaland and Foden in my team. If Haaland sounds like he's not going to start, I do think he will start, but if there's a chance he won't start, I could be very tempted to take out Ekitike and captain Thiago. If I don't go for that, it's probably going to be Ekitike captain. Not mad on that, even going through the midfield there. Rodgers, Saka, Foden, obviously big chance he might be benched then as well. Enzo Fernandez or Wilson, they're not great captaincy candidates this week, so I might even just do the Ekitike to Thiago, but then if Foden isn't starting, that's another thing then as well. I haven't much cover on my bench. I've only got Dorgu, Esteve at home to Spurs, which isn't the worst fixture considering Burnley are at home. But lots to ponder and chat over for the next 40-50 minutes before hopefully we do get some Man City team news. Bench Timber or O'Reilly. Darren Morris, Arsenal playing at home. I'd be starting Timber there. O'Reilly seems like he's going to be pushed out of the side. A few people on the Man City forums, why sell Ekitike? It's only for the captaincy. Trez and Pele, if I sell Ekitike. I don't want to, but I do want a strongish captaincy shout this week if Haaland isn't starting. So that's just one thing that I may have to do if Haaland isn't starting. But Ekitike is in there for now. I could be very tempted to put Thiago in for Ekitike. Right, let's go back up here. Let's get through these comments anyway. Will O'Reilly start? Keep him in your team for now. Make sure you have cover on your bench if you would likes of it. And Esteve for a sub. That's not the worst fixture with Burnley at home against Spurs. So, but if you have the money to do O'Reilly to Gabriel, no second thoughts about it. Get that locked in. Even would you go for Mukiele over O'Reilly potentially if you've a couple of transfers, but hold firm on the transfers for the next 40-50 minutes or so, and we'll see how we go. Michael O'Connor, good to see you, man. Let's get over to the Discord in a sec now. Gavin, sup Pete's right. Michael, you're here. Let's get you going. I can see William then as well. William, I need to get back to you then as well. What is it? 24th of January. 5 free transfers. I've dropped from 6.5k to 82k in the space of 3 weeks. Yeah, it's been a poor last 3-4 weeks for myself. That being said, Michael, 80k, nothing wrong with that at all. You're sitting very nicely at this time of the season, right? 5 free transfers, so you're going to have to use at least one. Virgil, Timber, Anderson is up against 2, Brighton at home. That's not the worst defence, to be fair. I don't think I'll be going for the defensive transfer. Maybe you could do Keane to Mukiele. Maybe. Keane to Mukiele, that's one free transfer. Then you've got Virgil, Timber, and the Sunderland man then in defence. Wilson, Cherky, Foden, Szoboszlai, Saka. I'll be going Szoboszlai maybe to Enzo Fernandez, Haaland and Ekitike up front, and then we just need to wait on Foden and Cherky news. So hold tight on that, Michael. For now, 5 free transfers, you're in a great position. I used 1 during the week, so I've only got 1 left. I need to Bruno Fernandes in the back of my mind also. If Foden isn't starting, or if there's rumours he's not starting, I might just pull the trigger on Foden to Bruno and then forget about it then. But for now, Michael, maybe Keane to Mukiele, Szoboszlai to Enzo Fernandez maybe, and let's wait on the City team news. So hopefully that's all right. Not much help for now, but come 50 minutes or so, we'll hopefully have a more insight onto that City lineup. Right, Sean Ostrich, any Cole Palmer and Bruno G news? Have both on their yellow for this week. Also have no free transfers in the bank, not much cover on the bench either. I'd have better confidence in Cole Palmer starting over Bruno Guimaraes. It looks to be Bruno's going to be out for a while. They have Liverpool up next then as well. I know Villa at home for Newcastle isn't the easiest fixture also, but I do think Eddie Howe will be looking towards that Liverpool game next week to make sure Bruno's back for that. So I wouldn't be that confident on him this week. Bruno to Enzo Fernandez. done there. Cole Palmer has a better shout of starting. There's rumours of him going to Man United. That I wouldn't read into that too much. I don't think that's going to happen. But Bruno to Enzo, and you're good to go there. Luca, morning. I can't afford to get Thiago in for Guy. If I get Calvert-Lewin, I can't afford Bruno on Gaming24. Should I roll the transfer? 2.6 million overall and 1 free transfer. Send the rest of the team there, Luca, if you can. I probably would roll in Bruno Fernandes compared to Thiago. I'd prefer Bruno Fernandes over the next couple of weeks anyway. So let me know on that, or send in the rest of the teams there if you can. Bench Timber, O'Reilly start. Timber, Arsenal at home. I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal get a clean sheet there. So yeah, play Timber. Start Rodon or O'Reilly. With O'Reilly, you're gonna have to wait for another 40-50 minutes. Let's see if we do get some news. If he isn't starting, maybe move him on. Let us know how much money you have in the bank there, and we can go from there. George, hey mate, James Georgie. Hey mate, I've two things to ask. Start for Bruggen or Dubravka, and start Rodgers, Rodon, or Joachim Anderson. Looking at that second one, Rodgers all day. I know Villa have a few injuries with Kamara and McGinn. Leave Rodgers in the team there. Start for Bruggen or Dubravka. Dubravka at home, to be fair, against Spurs. Burnley at home are a different story, obviously, compared to their away form. Maybe just Dubravka. Got a couple of saves last week. That could be the game where he gets a few saves then as well. So maybe just Dubravka, but I can see probably both conceding there. Fulham at home, I'd be confident in them scoring a goal. Would you swap out Bowen for Thiago? 1 free transfer, Johnny. Go for that. Yeah, get that locked in. If you bring in Thiago this week, and if Haaland isn't starting, or there's rumours Haaland isn't starting, Thiago is a good shout for the captaincy. Bench one of Van de Ven, Ukulele or Tarkowski. Ukulele definitely starts. Probably start Tarkowski against Leeds, yeah, for the DEFCON then as well. Get Tarkowski in there this week, but I'll be ranking Ukulele this week over them. With the fact he's playing right back then as well, he got his attacking return last week. If you know Ukulele with me this season. I'd be having Ukulele and Tarkowski in there this week. Van de Ven against Burnley, I know, but Burnley might sneak one. Why sell Ekatika? It's only if we get news that Haaland isn't out and I want a stronger captaincy candidate. That's all. Dara, bench Timber O'Reilly, that's alright. Start Timber there. Noel, Raya, Tarkowski, Thiago, Ukulele, Foden, Saka, Rodgers, Wilson, Ekatika, Haaland, Waltermade, Dorgu, Rodon, Ba, Dubravka. 1 transfer available. Any suggestions? Phil Foden's in the team there then as well. Give us 30-40 minutes. Let's see if we get some Foden news. Hopefully you have enough money for Foden to Bruno Fernandes. Let me show you the team here anyway. If Foden is rumoured to be out, I'm to be honest with you, I'm prepared to make this transfer anyway. But if Foden seems to be starting, that gives me the luxury then of going to Thiago for Ekatika if I have to. Right, Foden out here. 9.4, I think Bruno rose last night, did he? Where's Bruno there? 9.3, yeah. So maybe I have to do it this week. We'll see. I've 0.1 in the bank. I knew making that Enzo Fernandez transfer during the week. I had to do it early with Gordon falling and Enzo rising. So that's why I went that move early. I've 0.1 left for Bruno Fernandes. If I don't do it this week, and lo and behold, if Foden doesn't start today, he could easily be I'm going to be priced out by next week then as well. So maybe I might have to do it this week. With that game for Bruno Fernandes, it's a game where he could easily get DEFCON then as well. So I'm not too fussed about getting him in this week if I have to. But let's see the news on that then as well. D McDonald, yes mate, hope you're well. Not too bad, man. Hope you're keeping well. Team this week: Pickford, Collins, Timber, Gabriel, Rodgers, Semenyo, Foden, Bruno Guimaraes is going to have to go. Haaland, Watkins, Thiago captain. I like the Thiago captaincy pick even before putting it on Haaland, so good stuff. Ukulele on the bench. Timber, Gabriel, Pickford is obviously fine. Can you start Ukulele over Collins? Let me just double check. They're playing Nottingham Forest. Would you play Ukulele over Collins? Very tough there. That's a close one there. Maybe just Collins with the fact of being at home then as well. Good chance of an attacking return from Collins then too. But apart from that, I think you're good to go. Bruno G to Enzo Fernandez, and get that locked in there then as well. You want Enzo Fernandez for those fixtures over the next couple of weeks. Very, very good fixtures for them. 50 in the chat, which is great to see. 14 likes. Let's try and get to 25 likes in the next couple of minutes then as well. We're 12 subs off hitting 8,800 subscribers. So if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, please head on down there, click subscribe on the channel. We're on the road to 9k subs. Fingers crossed we can't get to 10k subs this season, but we definitely need your help to get there then as well. We have a job on to get that before May, 4 or 5 months ish to get that. So if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, welcome to the channel first off, but do please consider going on down there, clicking subscribe. Rubber Ducky in the chat then. Rubber Ducky, hope you're keeping well, man. Trying to decide a few options. Use some of my 3 million to upgrade Keane this game week. Downgrade Keane to 4.5, allowing Rodgers to Palmer next week. Hold with this. What's the rest of the team, Rubber Ducky? Wouldn't be that fixated on getting Cole Palmer into the team. Let me just move this back up because that's annoying me a small bit there. Wouldn't be that fixated on getting Cole Palmer. Rosenior said himself he's not 100%. That's how I went Enzo Fernandez over and die. If you watch my video during the week, I was looking at getting and die as well. But with Enzo, with Palmer isn't on the pitch, we know he's got this niggle in his groin area or thigh area. If Palmer isn't on the pitch, Enzo Fernandez is going to be on penalties. So I wouldn't be that fixated on getting Cole Palmer. Reading that, use 3 million to upgrade Keane. If you don't have Gabriel, even though they're playing United, I'd still be going Gabriel this week. But no, I wouldn't bother with getting rid of Rodgers. How's their fixtures over the next couple of weeks? Newcastle, Brentford, Bournemouth. I know they're struggling with injuries then as well. I wouldn't be rushing to get rid of Rodgers just yet. Let's see how they get on this week with McGinn and Kamara out. But I do think they will get one against Newcastle. Just hopefully it's going to be Rodgers. Do you start Rodon or O'Reilly with the fixture? I think you have to start O'Reilly. Let's see if we do get the news that we're all waiting for. I'm thinking Thiago for Foden 2-man. I'm not going to take a -4 if I have to. Or if I'm put into that situation of Foden not starting, it's just going to be Foden to Bruno, and then leave it on Ekitike up front. It's going to be the captaincy on Ekitike. Let's see if we get news on how. Man United will score versus Arsenal. They might do, but it's a good chance of an attacking return from Gabriel from a set piece. So Gabriel, if you don't have him, just get him this week. I know they're playing United, but get him. Wolves love a City game. Yeah, funny enough, it's not an early kick-off anyway, but I was in Westport at a stag 2 or 3 years ago. I'll always remember Willy Bolly, could have been 3 or 4 years ago. Willy Bolly, last minute goal to equalise against Man City. There was another stag beside us, and there was a lad who had a grand on City to win that game last minute of the game. Willy Bolly got a late equaliser, and that was his weekend ruined. So gamble carefully, lads and ladies. But yeah, that's my. I know Wolves like a City game. Even that game, Doherty and Jimenez were flying. Sterling got sent off, didn't he? Or someone got sent off. Another Wolves game then as well. It is in City. I can't see Wolves or City struggling. I know they're in poor form, but I think City win that comfortably today. Should I go Anderson to Enzo? Who is a cheaper option? Keep Anderson. He's good for DEFCON. He got a red card in Europe during the week, so he won't play next week. He gets a good rest during the week, so keep Anderson. I know they're playing Brentford, but a good chance of DEFCON then as well for Anderson. He's been racking it up consistently over the last 5, 6, 7 weeks. So Anderson isn't a priority sell. So if you have him, keep him. Surely you have another route to Enzo Fernandez, Abbas. Let us know the rest of your team there. For FPL draft, would you play Pickford or Allison? And would you play Timber or Mikalenko? Play Timber, Allison against Bournemouth away. I probably would still play Pickford the Monday night kickoff. Yeah, get him in. Bring Mo Salah back in, not just yet, but if Haaland keeps performing the way he is, there's an argument to get Mo Salah back in. Let's see if he should come straight back into the lineup anyway. They were playing that diamond formation, weren't they, during the week? So there's talk Ekitike could be rotated then as well. So let's see. But for now, no point getting him in now. Jason Murphy, drop the team over on Patreon. Let me know what you think. Right, let's get straight to you, Jason. Here, good man for tuning in as always. Well, I'm getting this Patreon messages sorted. Head on down there, please. Click subscribe on the channel. We're 9 subs off hitting 8,800. That'll be great to hit that on this Saturday morning, the 24th of January. Right, Jason, where are you? Here we go. You're the last message. Good to see you. Don't have to scroll too much. Hey, Niall, what's your thoughts on my team above? 3 free transfers, 0.6 in the bank. Thinking of moving on. Foden, Tigers. Sorry, who is Tigers? Foden and... Let me know who Tigers is, Jason there. 3 free transfers, either Bruno G or Ekitike. Bruno G to Enzo anyway. Bruno G to Enzo. What am I saying? Ekitike. Enzo. Gonna have to wait for City News, Jason. Right, hopefully that's all right, man. I'm probably going to have to send in a thing for the whole Patreon. Still waiting on City News. No point in me replying until we get them. Right, sound. Just let that get that pin, notify everyone there, Jason. But for now, Bruno G to Enzo Fernandez. Let's see if we do get that City News. I've both Cunha and let me know if that's alright, Jason. Anyway, I've both Cunha and Keane. Brandtwaite is back, so Keane won't start from next game week. I've won 3 transfer. What should I do now? Right now, I'm benching Cunha and starting a Steve. Should I wildcard? Or what should I do? Arsenal football X dits. Let me know how much you have in the bank. If you can go Cunha to Bruno Fernandes this week, go for that. Get it done. I'll be going with that. Luca, Donnarumma, Gabriel, Anderson, Tarkowski, Foden, Rice, Rodgers, Enzo, Anderson, Ekatike, Haaland, captain, benches, Dubravka, Dorgu, Richards, Guy. This is my team for reference. Good stuff. Let's see what the story was with Foden, if he's going to start or not. If not, have a plan to get Bruno Fernandes in. Let's see. We're going to have to just sit tight for now. I know it's 10:05. Just be patient. If you have Foden, a lot of people are asking about Foden. We're going to get a poll going here then as well. Do you think Haaland starts? Let's see what everyone is thinking. I'm more confident of Haaland starting over Foden. Pep has said Haaland is tired. Marmoush could easily come back into the lineup there ahead of Haaland, or he could play Marmoush behind Haaland. We're just going to have to wait. Right, a lot of questions coming in here, so let's keep moving through this. Is replacing Bruno G with Ndiaye a good move? It is. If you want to go Enzo Fernandez like myself, go with that. I went Enzo with the fixtures for the next while. And if Palmer's off the pitch, good chance of some early subs for Palmer. If that is still niggling at him, Enzo will be on penalties. Hopefully we'll get a bit of jam if Palmer is off. Tasley Malias, bench Saka or Raul, because from past 2 weeks he said Saka, and both times bench and Raul is good. Who the captain? Verts, Ekatike, Watkins or Rodgers? Goat and any leaks. Start Saka. I know it's been very frustrating, myself including, having Saka. Should have went Declan Rice. Hindsight's a great thing. Saka definitely starts this week. If he gets a rest during the Champions League during the week, he should be fine for the Leeds game in game week 24. So you have to keep Saka now. It's a bit of a luxury transfer going from Saka to Rice with the double game week, or with the potential double game week coming up for Arsenal. But for now, I'm gonna keep Saka. Let's see if he definitely starts. I suppose I can't say definitely, but I'm very confident he starts that United game. Let's see if he's rested during the week, and we'll go from there. But yeah, start Saka this week. Who you're captaining out of Rodgers, Ekatike, Verts or Watkins? Probably Ekatike there then as well. Be careful with Watkins then as well. Tammy Abraham has just made his way to Aston Villa then as well, so that could be a bit of rotation there between Watkins and Tammy Abraham there. Stephen, transfer Bruno G to Semenyo. If you have the luxury of doing that, if you have a couple of free transfers, go with Semenyo. Semenyo is a lovely differential captaincy pick this week. Can't play in the Champions League for now for City, so I think he definitely starts today. But yeah, if you want to go Bruno G to Semenyo, go with that. Sorry, Rice is in my team instead of Foden. Fair enough. You're in the good position there that you don't have to worry about Foden. So, playing Minta or Szoboszlai. If you have Szoboszlai, I suppose you have to play him with the chance of him being on penalties over Minta. Minta's not a bad shout either. Not mad in the two of them really. Szoboszlai has the penalties. I know he missed one last week. But with Szoboszlai, just on the basis of that, I think you have to play him. If you can go from Szoboszlai to Enzo, maybe just go with that. Keep or sell Saka. Adam, keep Saka. I think he starts Sunday. As I said, let's see how he gets on during the week then as well. Connor Cronin, good man Connor, sorry I missed that. Raya, Van Dijk, Anderson, Alderete, O'Reilly, Richard, Saka, Foden, Szoboszlai, Rodgers, Wilson, Haaland, Ekatike. 3 free transfers, 2 bad game weeks, rank has dropped. Anything I need to do urgently or roll. Hold tight on some City News then as well. I'm going to have a little scroll in a couple of minutes time to see what the story is. All week I've been reading the City forums. They all think Foden has dropped. So I could be pushing to that Bruno Fernandes transfer this week. But apart from that, the rest of the team is okay apart from O'Reilly. Foden and O'Reilly are the main question marks there then as well. It's a bit of a luxury transfer this week doing Szoboszlai to Enzo with Foden and O'Reilly in the team. So worry about them first. let's see if we get news but right before the deadline. Top of the morning to you, young man. Would you do Foden to Semenyo? Patrick, if you have a couple of free transfers, why not go for it? But hold tight until close to the deadline. I think it's going to be Manic, sorry, not Maniac. It's going to be Manic a bit closer to the deadline. Foden, autocorrect is great, all good there. Jason Rogers, thinking of moving Foden to Rogers and either Bruno or Ekatike. Bruno to Enzo. Bruno to Enzo still there, Jason, as I said, but yeah, we're just eyeing up that before the deadline is all. Few new subscribers there, really do appreciate that. 8 subs off 8,800. Get on down there, click subscribe if you wouldn't mind doing it. Bruno G, keep yourself. If you have Bruno G, get rid of him. Enzo Fernandez, get him in for the fixtures. Thunderlips, how's it going? Shocker couple of last week's for the majority of FPL managers, myself included. Any nice ideas? 0.3 in the bank. Kelleher, Timber, O'Reilly, Senesi, Rice, Semenyo, Foden, Gravenberch, Rogers, Ekatike, Haaland. Bench is Esteve, Williams and Guy. How many transfers there, Thunderlips? If you only have one, you're worrying with O'Reilly and Foden there then as well. So hold tight for now. You could either roll if there's rumours about Foden. You can't get to you can't get the Bruno. You already have Semenyo for a Foden replacement. Maybe you just have to downgrade to Enzo Fernandez if he's rumoured to be out. Mario, good man Mario. What's the crack? Team is below: Donnarumma, Anderson, Gabriel, Tarkowski, Rogers, Saka, Wilson, Rice, Foden, Haaland and Thiago. One transfer done, Ekatike, Thiago. Roll the 2 other transfers. Just waiting on Foden news is all. That's a luxury transfer then as well. I was looking at Ekatike and Thiago myself. If I had a couple more free transfers, I probably would. We'll see. Right, nice to hear you as always. Good content, good man. Sally Nelly, Haaland or Semenyo got the captain in your opinion? Haaland, if you have Semenyo, he's a great captaincy differential captain this week. Probably nearly would if you had Semenyo in the team. We know he's going to start. Do we know Haaland is going to start? Not 50-50. It's about, well, the poll there is saying 85% of people thinks he is going to start. If you had Semenyo, I probably would nearly kid in the captaincy. Should I go Gordon into Enzo as well? Yeah, I did it before Gordon fell and Enzo rose, as I said in the comments section during the week, only because I was going to be priced out of Bruno Fernandes if I don't do it this week or early on in the week. Early on next week I'll be priced out of Bruno Fernandes. That's why I did Gordon out for Enzo Fernandez. He's getting subbed off too early. 60 to 70 minutes, very frustrating. Fair enough, they all blanked last week, but he's on points dodging over the last couple of weeks, so that's why he's gone there then as well. Fat Neek, how are you getting on, man? Where's your comment gone? Let me see it. Ryan O'Mara in the chat. Ryan, good man. Morning, mate. Any positive news on O'Reilly starting? All I can say as now it doesn't look great, but hold out until close to the deadline. You're up now. You can wait until close to the deadline, and we'll see how we go. Ryan, Bruno G, a definite transfer out, I think so. It doesn't look great, and with the fact he has Liverpool next week, I'd leave off. I'd get rid of him this week. I'd leave off having him, and then get Enzo. That's clear as day as a transfer there then as well. 53 in the chat, 30 likes on the stream, which is great to see. Go down there, drop a like on the stream. Let's try and get this pushed out to a few more people. We're in the business end of the stream already. Yeah. Hop down there, give it a like, and if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, go down there, click subscribe. It'll be great. As I said, they hit 8,800 before the end of the stream. If you can bring only one or not all, would you bring in Saka or Foden? Wouldn't be transferring in either of those this week. Semenyo is the City midfielder I want this week. Rice over Saka, so leave off then. I think you're asking who would I get rid of. Kevin Turan, is it? If you can only bring out, I'm assuming one. I'll be taking out Foden first. Saka definitely starts this weekend. As I said, see how he gets on during the week, but I think he should be fine to start the game against Leeds in 24. It is Leeds, isn't it? I've been saying it is Leeds, but I think it is 3 p.m. next week. Is it Leeds? Yeah. So I do think he'll be fine to start next week. Vivid in the chat then as well. Arsenal. I can't afford Bruno. I have 0.9 in the bank. Cunyatin, Dye, or Keen to Mukalele. No point using the wild card now. Go for that. Brantwood is coming back into that Everton lineup, so Keane's spot is going to be pushed out. So yeah, Ukulele is a man you need this week. Ballard isn't too bad for the Defcons then as well. It was himself and Ukulele racking up the Defcons last week. Let me see on this. It was definitely Mukulele. Was it Ballard then as well? Yeah, so they're racking up the DEFCON. More chance of an attacking return from Mukulele. He's your man there. Vivid. Hey Niall, my team is Raya, Cash, Alderete, Timber, Chalaba, Rice, Enzo Fernandez, Wilson, Bruno G. Bruno Gamara is going to have to go. Bone isn't hectic either. Haaland benches Dubravka, Waltermid, Anderson, Foden. Wow, yeah. 2 free transfers. Any recommendations, or should I roll? I'd be prioritising Waltermid to Thiago. Surely you can afford that. Waltermid to Thiago there, Vivid. Bruno G probably has to go. You already have Enzo Fernandez. Next up after Bruno G, can you get to Semenyo? Maybe not at that price. Who else? Maybe even a Harry Wilson if you already have Enzo there. Let me know if that's alright. 2 free transfers. I think you probably need to move. Not ideal benching Foden with that price tag. But as I said, we are waiting for there. Is it true the Man City repaid the fans for the Bodo Glimt game? Yeah, they got back £27 or something. They reimbursed them 10 grand altogether. It worked out. What is it, 300 and something? So 10 grand divided by 300 was around £28. Let me just see there. I think it was 342 away fans. So let's see, 10,000 divided by 342, £29 by the looks of it. Yeah. Sure, look, better than nothing, but that doesn't help with hotels, travel, taking off work, etc., etc. A bit of a poor stint anyway. But sure, look, they made a big thing about it. 10 grand to all those City players is nothing. Haaland probably makes that in a couple of hours anyway. But sure, look, they got something back, but not ideal with the hotels, travel, etc., etc. Shash Watt. Such a dilemma with Gehi. I now have 4 City players with Haaland, Foden and O'Reilly. Wanted to take out Gordon to Enzo, but now have to take out a City player. Should I keep all 4 and play in 11? What do you think? You have Haaland, Foden and O'Reilly. Not ideal. Gehi definitely is going to start. Pep said he's going to start. Haaland should be fine. He's not a priority sell. Anyway, Foden and O'Reilly aren't great then as well. I wanted to take out Gordon to Enzo, but now I have to take out a City player. Gordon isn't the worst shout this week with those injuries to Villa. He got his goal during the week. Would have been great if he saved it for FPL. I was getting sick of the early subs from Gordon, so that's why I took him out. You might even just have to go Foden to Enzo Fernandez if we do get the news. You can keep Gordon 1 week and then get rid of him then next week then as well. Fat Neek in the chat. How are you, man? How is Ekatike to Evan Nielsen for the next game week? Is Evan Nielsen a better pick over Krupa Jr.? I don't think so. We're not sure who's going to take penalties with Tavernier injured. It looks like... Did I see Krupa Jr. hasn't missed any penalty in his career? I could be wrong in saying that, but I think he's only taken 1 or 2 anyway. So we're not sure who is going to be on penalties. Might be surely Evan Nielsen. But I'd veer away from Evan Nielsen for now. If you don't have Thiago, he should be your priority transferring this week. Right then, let's keep this going. 17 minutes past 10. Going to have a quick scroll on Twitter here then as well. Keep the likes coming in if you don't mind. Click that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. We're 7 subs off hitting 8,800. And always, thank you for tuning in on this Saturday morning. Great to see you all in the chat there then as well. Right, little scroll quickly here. Can I see anything? If we do get it. Right, fair enough. No, that's a bit of crap talk there. Right, nothing as of yet. A lot of if Doku isn't fit, this would be my predicted lineup. O'Reilly to start at left back, Cherky to come in on the right with Semenyo shifting over to the left. Nunes starts right back if Aït-Nouri to Lewis. I think I have to stick with O'Reilly. He and Cherky were the only 2 that didn't play awful midweek. Not that it's much info from Pep. Yeah, we're pissing against the wall here, I think, at the moment. Just there's too many leaked or people predicting the City lineup. We're just gonna have to wait till closer to the deadline. William in the chat. William, good man. Let's get straight over to you here in the Discord. Hope all is well, man. Right, what are we saying, William? Been a tough few weeks. Presume, right, grand. 2 free transfers. and 0.1 in the bank. Raya, Gabriel, Hall, Mukalele, Gordon, Saka, Rogers, Foden, Wilson, Ekatika, Haaland. Bench isn't hectic like myself, William there, but for now you're grand. How about many of you? 2 free transfers. I'd be tempted just Enzo to in for Gordon there. And probably wait and see if we get some Foden news. Going through the timeline there, it's a bit of a minefield there. Too many City predicted lineups. Yeah, Mateus Nunes is out with a flu at least. Right, Man City, right, grand. Yeah, Bruno rose last night. Right, let's give it 20 minutes or so. Let me know if that's all right, William. But I'd probably be going Gordon to Enzo Fernandez there, and let's see what the story is with the City team news. Right. Also, I see some are selling Foden who I have. Can't get my head around that with Wolves at home. Big chance he's benched today. Marquio. But if Doku is injured, that'll push Semenyo over to Doku's side. Shirky on the right as normal, and that could mean there's a space for Foden in there. But I think Marmoush starts. Everything Pep is saying, surely Marmoush starts, and all these Foden rumours are fun. They are indeed. Yeah, and it's not ideal taking if I do take out Bruno if I do take out Foden, I'm bringing in Bruno Fernandes up against double Arsenal defence. It might be better if Bruno returns compared to the ownership on the Arsenal defence. Bruno Fernandes probably has a lower effective ownership compared to the 2 Arsenal defence. So yeah, let's see where we do end up on that. Anyway, right, Adam, 20k overall. Should I sell Bruno G to Bruno Fernandes or Enzo this game week? If you can get it in one for Bruno Fernandes, get that done. Let's go with that. Tarek, not happy with Foden, Saka and Szoboszlai. Planning to roll this week and get Enzo, Bruno and Rice next week with Timber out for Chalobah. What do you think? Those transfers are good. Not ideal with Foden, Saka and Szoboszlai is right over the last couple of weeks. Very, very disappointing. But Bruno, Enzo and Rice are good transfers. Hold off for now. You might even have to do the Foden to Bruno Fernandes this week if you have enough. The rest of your team there is Dubravka, Gabriel, Timber, Mukalele, Saka, Foden, Szoboszlai, Rogers, Garner, Ekatika, Haaland. 3 free transfers, 0.6 in the bank, so you can't do the Bruno Fernandes in one move. That's why you have to downgrade Saka for that. Let's hold off for now. Even Foden to Enzo Fernandez if he's not starting. That's not a bad move at all. But hold tight for now. If you knew Foden start, would you move Saka to Palmer, Bruno Fernandes? No, I can see Arsenal getting a few against us. So I'm happy to have Saka in the team this week, even if Gyökeres is benched, which he might do with Jesus' form over the last couple of weeks. That means Saka will be on penalties. How is Ekatika to Evan Nielsen for the next? No, leave off Evan Nielsen. But if I knew Foden would start, would you move Saka to Palmer, Bruno? No. Maybe next week, yeah. Not Palmer. I wouldn't be rushing to get Palmer. Leave off that there. Right, Stephen, where is your first message there? I can just see you're saying 343 or something, but I can't see your first message. 352, but where's your first one? Can't see you there, Stephen. Damn. Anyway, let me know that what your question was, Stephen. 352, but your first question before that seems to be gone. Foden to Semenyo, if you have the luxury of doing that, why not go for it? I want to bring in Chalobah, Thiaw, Anderson, Senesi and Gabriel. Thinking of selling Thiaw, go for it. Yeah, I'd do that. Also, yeah, we're grand. I have Ekatika, Calvert-Lewin and Haaland. Linda, best route to Thiago. If you can do Calvert-Lewin to Thiago, probably go for that, but I'm assuming you want money for Bruno Fernandes, so that's not ideal. I prefer Bruno Fernandes over Thiago. If you have to do the Ekatika route, maybe leave it off one more week. Only have O'Reilly. I have O'Reilly starting, but with Cash or Thiago would be better. Leave O'Reilly there for now in case he starts. First sub, I'd probably have the Newcastle man first sub with them playing at home. Thanks for the advice. Not sure if will Haaland start, and I have Semenyo, but still I'm afraid of Haaland if I put Semenyo on captain. Yeah, not ideal. If you have Semenyo, if you're in that position, even Semenyo as of now is a nice differential. So maybe even it's not worth the captaincy. I'd be tempted to do it if I had Semenyo. Obviously, Haaland against Wolves on paper, you'd be expecting at least a goal, at least one return, at least. If I knew Haaland was starting, obviously I'd be captaining Haaland, but just the doubt around Haaland, maybe it's the week to go against him and with Semenyo. But as of now, Semenyo's probably a good differential on its own. Bruno G confirmed injured. Yeah, Eddie Howe gave a not much of a help in his press conference anyway. It sounds like he's potentially going to miss this weekend anyway. With the fact of Liverpool up next week then in 24, you'd be thinking that's in his sights then over the Villa game. The quick turnaround then as well. Ankle injuries are a weird one then as well. So they need with every injury they need some time for healing. But it looked to be an awkward one. So I don't think he'll be okay. He might get some injections or whatever. But I think that he's eyeing up that Liverpool game for Bruno to go back in if he does it all. Keane team is Royce, Thiago, Gabriel, Guehi, Foden, Bruno Fernandes, Rice, Wirtz, Garner, Haaland captain, Ekitike. Benches Dubravka, Mukulele, Van de Ven, Raul. Thoughts on a possible bench boost and overall thoughts on the team. Leave off the bench boost this week. No, not ideal on it. It's not the worst. Dubravka at home if he gets a clean sheet. Mukulele, I'd be nearly wanting to start him over Thiago. Maybe Guehi definitely starts because he is going to start. Bench boost isn't the worst. I probably would keep it for another week though. Van de Ven as well. Not the worst shout then as well. You'd be hoping for a 0-0 in that game if you do bench boost. But with Foden in the team, for now the team is fine. Just we're waiting. Apart from that, team is looking pretty decent there. Alex, would you do double Arsenal defence and Rice on wildcard, or one Arsenal defence and Saka and Rice? Double Arsenal defence, yeah. You need to get double in there. Go with that. Right, 25 past 10. How are we looking here anyhow? 7 subs off 8,800. If you are watching, go down there, click subscribe on the channel. What have we? We've 69 in the chat as of now, which is great to see on this Saturday morning. Nearly on 40 likes. Go down there, give the stream a like. Let's try and get pushed out there to a few more people around the world. With this squad, if you still have one more free transfer, would you bring Semenyo in for Foden and then next week bring Bruno Fernandes for Rodgers, or you prefer using a wild card? Because we might have a double game week 26. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. I don't have the free transfers, or the luxury of extra free transfers. Kevin is the only thing there. So if I am getting rid of Foden, I'd love to bring in Semenyo with that fixture. Bruno Fernandes is priority, especially with his price rising. I think he'll rise at another couple not 0.3, but I think he'll rise 0.1, 0.2 before 24. So there's no point wasting one transfer. If I had a couple of free transfers, yes. I don't have the luxury of that. I need to save up a couple of free transfers with the double game weeks coming up then as well, or potential double game weeks that should be coming in anyway. But no, if you had 4 or 5 transfers, Bruno or Semenyo in for Foden, and then Bruno next week is fine. Just one free transfer left for myself, so I won't be doing that. Meant to say in the message, Foden, Rodgers and Bruno, autocorrect, all good there. Liverpool FC Man, morning Niall, testing if my comments come true this week. Big lad, best of luck this week. Liverpool FC Man, they're working, that's good to see. Really thinking about going against Haaland. Is Thiago the best option as captain? After Haaland, Thiago's the next best shout. Hey bro, did you see my message? Mo, let's go over to you. Everybody's asking about what to do with City. We need to wait for that anyway. Right, here we go, Mo. Certainly going to do Ekitike to Thiago. I'm just not sure what second move to do. Enzo in for either Cherky or Bruno. Bruno injured, so go with Enzo. Still waiting for City news. Right, Mo, good man. Let me know if that's alright. I can see you're active 2 minutes ago. I'm going Wirtz captain this week. I'm praying Haaland is benched. It's a risky one even going Wirtz in the first place. He's doing alright, to be fair, over the last couple of weeks. Captaincy, I don't think I would. Thoughts on Dorgu long term? Long term, let's see if he starts this week. I'm more worried about the Fulham game, to be honest with you, when I do want to play him. That's what I'm more worried about. I think he starts this week after his goal last week. Fulham and Spurs, when I actually do want to play Dorgu, I think that's where there might be a bit of a bench and headache there. So let's see if how he gets on this week. If he does well this week, that might push him for another start on the wing again. When I do want to play him, I'm more worried about that Fulham game if he is going to start. Long term, if you don't have him, don't bring him in. If you have him, he's fine for the bench for now. We'll reassess my options on Dorgu next week. Going for the 1k overall, Mike, good man. Where are you ranked? You seem to be going well, so if you're around the 1k thing. Abdullah, anything, thinking the role of maybe wildcard next week. Waiting for City is all at the moment for now. Right, 10:30. We're definitely in the business end of the stream. Right, who is this? Haaland, Bernardo, Semenyo, FPL Fantasy Foxy is saying that. Don't think so. A lot of elite lineups coming out today. Just make sure you check your sources then as well. A couple in the Patreon sending me ones that seem to be fake anyway, so no, don't be reading into that too much. Gabriel, Alderete, O'Reilly, Saka, Wilson, Foden, Rodgers, Calvert-Lewin, Haaland, Thiago. 3.3 in the bank. I'm actually considering starting Dubravka over Raya. Not the worst shout, but Arsenal is what? Start Raya. Right, multitasking to the max here. Apologies. Right, back to the YouTube chat. How are we looking? Why not make Wilson your vice captain? No. Mono in the chat there. Morning. I have Bruno G and also Mateus Cunha in my team at 1 free transfer. Any advice? Should I use my 1 free transfer? 1.3 in the bank. If you can get Enzo, well, you can get Enzo for Bruno Guimaraes. Go with that. Send in the rest of the team, Mono. But yeah, Bruno G to Enzo. That looks good there. All good there. What if we don't get any news? Who do I get rid of out of Bruno G and Cherky? Bruno G, Mo. He's definitely injured anyway. So just go with that. Stephen, here we go. You're back. 3-5-2 or 3-4-3. Bruno Fernandes, Rice, Enzo, Semenyo and Wilson, Thiago, Ekitike and Haaland, I'm assuming. If 3-4-3 bench Wilson, you're going to have to play Haaland, Thiago and Ekitike up front. Bruno Fernandes, Rice, Enzo, Semenyo. Yeah, you're going to have to bench Wilson, unfortunately, there. Mukalele or Van de Ven to start in the back through with Gehi and Gabriel. Mukalele, my man, Mukalele. Marshall, have 2 free transfers. Thinking of a few trades. Foden, bit of a stutter there. Foden to Bruno Fernandes. Saka to Rice. Van Dijk to Chalobah. Raya to Pickford or Rice. Which one would you look towards? 2 free transfers. Foden to Bruno Fernandes. Saka to Rice. Van Dijk to Chalobah. Raya to Pickford, Rice. Foden to Bruno if he's confirmed. Well, he is rumoured to be benched, but he's not confirmed as of now. Bruno Fernandes would be my priority anyway. At least with Rice for Saka, you don't have to worry too much about that price because obviously you're downgrading to Rice there. Then Van Dijk to Chalobah isn't the worst shout there, to be fair then as well. But for now, no news. Foden to Bruno. Yeah, I think that's your route there. Gehi or Chalobah? Start one. Gehi. Surely you can start Chalobah then as well. If you're having 2 defenders at that price in your team, you have to be starting the 2 Arnolds. But Gehi is going to start for City. Pep confirmed this himself. So get Gehi in the team at least there. Right then, 31 past, 29 minutes to go until the deadline. Having a quick scroll here. Gehi and Semenyo are on the match day graphic for Man City. Another league lineup here. Doesn't include Foden, which isn't great viewing. But O'Reilly is in this one. This is a page that has nearly 100k followers. What's all the comments saying? I wouldn't read into it just yet. Right. Match day at home. So we have Marmouche. It's a big thing about the vice captaincy this week then as well. Right, scrolling through Twitter. Leave it off for now. What to do with Gakpo? I don't know if he'll start or not. It's either him or Salah to start. What to do with Gakpo? I don't know if he'll start or not. It's either him or Salah to start. True, if you have Gakpo, I'd probably move him on. Enzo Fernandez, get him into the team there then as well. 82 in the chat, which is great to see. Keep the questions coming in, lads and ladies. 27 minutes to go until the deadline. Do drop a like on the stream if you haven't done so already. We're nearly on 50 likes. And if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, we're so close to hitting 8,800. We're 4 off hitting that, so that'd be great to hit that before the end of the stream. Surely we can hit that in the next 27 minutes or so. Jawad, why not make Wilson your vice captain? I'm not fixated on having Wilson as a vice captain. If Haaland doesn't play, it's Ekitike, which I can live with kind of. Where can I send my team, DJ? Drop it in the comments like everybody else. Good man. I have 2 free transfers, 1.9 in the bank. Mono first, sorry, Mono. Sanchez, Van de Ven, Gabriel, Alderete, Thiago, Saka, Enzo, Rice, Wilson, Haaland, Captain, Watkins. Benches Dubravka, Bruno G, Mateus Nunes, who's definitely out. So Van de Ven, Gabriel, Alderete, Thiago. 4 at the back isn't ideal. Saka, Rice, Enzo, Wilson, Haaland, Captain, and Watkins. Would you nearly start Krupi Jr. over I know they're playing at home, maybe not. Surely Liverpool, this is the week to get a clean sheet with a couple of injuries in that Bournemouth side. But Van de Ven, Gabriel, Alderete, Thiaw, Saka, Rice, Enzo, Wilson, Haaland, Captain, Watkins, Bruno G. Could you do Bruno G to you already have Enzo? You already have Wilson then as well at that price. One free transfer. When you're kind of considering what to do, maybe you just roll mono. Probably move. Well, would you move Kruby first? So it doesn't really matter. I don't think Bruno G is going to play anyway, and Matthias Nunes is out. So maybe just leave as is. If in doubt, roll. To be honest with you, go with that. You've no headaches there with a City midfielder at least. So yeah, if in doubt, just roll. One free transfer. Better off having it for next week then. So would you start Esteve or O'Reilly for now, Jason? Assuming both starts, O'Reilly, but what I'm seeing there, O'Reilly isn't in too many of those league lineups, so I still would start O'Reilly. If you've a couple of free transfers there, Jason, maybe move him on. What to do with Gakpo? It's either him or start Gakpo to Enzo and leave it at that. Bruno G confirmed out, and do I start O'Reilly or Cash? He's not confirmed out, but Eddie Howe gave a bit of a backwards hint that he is out anyway, so maybe leave off that. One free transfer. Should I go for Bruno Guimaraes out for Enzo or Bruno Fernandes? Enzo this week are going to be. I'm assuming you want to get Bruno Fernandes next week, so maybe you just do Bruno to Enzo this week and get Bruno in next week for the likes of Foden. For the likes of Foden. Would you have Guéhi in if you needed a defensive transfer? Maybe, but at that price point, I don't think he offers much in that City lineup. I know they are playing Wolves. Wouldn't be that surprised if Wolves do get a goal. But it's the fact that he's priced at 5.3. Don't see him getting too many more attacking returns like he was doing at Crystal Palace. Maybe his DEFCON output is gonna decrease then as well. But let's see how he gets on today. Would you do Foden to Bruno for free? I have that option to do it. Might do it in the next 20 minutes or so. If I don't get anything, I'm just gonna have to make a late decision. Start Thiaw or Mukalele. I'm biased with that. With first off, he's the GOAT, and with the fact I've Rodgers in the team, that's why I'd be saying go with that. Mono, yeah, roll. If in doubt, roll. Onspro, good stuff. How are you now? Thinking of a wildcard soon. Raya, Chalaba, Mukalele, O'Reilly, Wirtz, Wilson, Mbeumo, Foden, Haaland, Ekitike, Thiago. Nice front three on it. Casemiro, Van Heck, Timber on the bench. Would you nearly start Timber over O'Reilly? Maybe. Wirtz, Wilson, Mbeumo, Foden, Haaland, Ekitike. I know we're United fans. It's not ideal, hoping for an Arsenal clean sheet. But the effective ownership of the Arsenal defence, if they get a clean sheet and you're benching one, it's going to point you towards the red arrow. I do think we get one. I can see it being 2-1 or 3-1. I think Arsenal do come out on top there, with the fact it's been in the Emirates. We looked a lot better against City. Let's see if we continue on that form. Wildcard soon. Your team looks pretty alright there, to be fair. Wilson, Wirtz, Mbeumo, Foden, Haaland, Ekitike, Thiago. Bit of a shift maybe in formation if you want to get rid of Ekitike. Downgrade him to Krupa Jr. Upgrade your midfield then. But for now, I don't think you need a wildcard for the foreseeable at all. You have a Chelsea defender. Maybe you want to look towards getting Enzo next week. Nothing wrong with that team. Maybe just Timber over O'Reilly. Just. Alex Kelly, head rattled on wildcard. Current team: Sanchez, Gabriel, Timber, Chalaba. Wildcard next week is going to be very popular with all the fixture swings. People get Bruno Fernandes into their teams. So that's another thing I need to factor in as well. Sanchez, Gabriel, Timber, Chalaba, Guéhi, Senesi, Bruno Fernandes, Rice, Semenyo, Enzo, Ndai, Krupi, Thiago, Haaland. Sanchez, Gabriel, Timber, Chalaba, Guéhi, Senesi, Bruno F, Rice, Semenyo, Enzo, Ndai, Krupi. You do have two Arsenal defenders at least. I would prefer Gabriel and Timber over Gabriel and Raya, so that's okay there. Chalaba, Guéhi, Senesi. To be fair, that's not much wrong with that then as well. Thiago and Haaland are the ideal strikers on a wildcard, so nothing wrong with that. Alex, get it locked in. You're good to go. You have Bruno as well for this week, so you don't need to worry about him next week. Salahuddin, 2 free transfers, 1.9 in the bank. I've Tanaka, Fernandes, Saka, Anthony, Semenyo, Thiago and Haaland, and Gabriel Dorgu, Gustu, Esteve and Guéhi. Thoughts on who to bring in if my funds allow it? Raya in goals. Bit of a backwards way of writing in your team there, Salahuddin, but that's alright. So you have Fernandes, Saka, Anthony, Gordon, I'm going to guess. Gordon to Enzo. That's what I'll be saying there. Get that done. That's what I did during the week. I have Shirky and Nunes. from Man City. No transfers take a hit. No, don't bother with that, John. Leave that off. No. Asorora, 3 free transfers. Raya, Van Dijk, Timber, Mukulele, Wilson, Shirky, Saka, Rogers, Ekatike, Haaland, Thiago. Considering Raya to Sanchez and Van Dijk to Gabriel. Wildcard for 32. Do you think it's worth it? 3 free transfers. So Raya, Van Dijk, Timber, Mukulele is fine. Wilson, Shirky might be benched. Let's see on that in the next 10 minutes or so. We're getting close to the deadline now, so I need to start thinking about my own moves. Considering Raya to Sanchez and Van Dijk to Gabriel. Wildcard for 32. Van Dijk to Gabriel. You need to get a Gabriel into the team. I know he's playing United, but he's priority this week. Right, I'm going to have a quick scroll here then as well. Keep the questions coming in. Keep the likes coming on stream there then as well. Just looking at it there, we're nearly on 60 likes, which is great to see. Nearly 90 people watching us, which is always good then as well. So get liking, get subscribing if you haven't done so already. Right, 18 minutes or so until the deadline. 19 minutes, we'll say. Let's get this up here. Anything on Twitter? Let me see. Right, nothing as of yet by the looks of it. Verts, Ekatike, right. Van Dijk is all there, grand. A lot of predicted lineups. Never mind about City. A lot of Liverpool ones then as well. Alex in the chat. Alex, good man. 3 free transfers. 0.1 in the bank. Raya, Van Dijk, Gabriel, Mukulele, Wilson, Foden, Saka, Rogers, Ekatike, Thiago, Haaland. Subs are Miley, Dorgu, Esteve, Dubravka. Any ideas? Would love to have Chelsea asset, but where? Looking towards the midfield there. Wilson, Foden. If Foden is rumoured at all, I know he is rumoured. I'm going to keep saying this, but we're just going to have to wait. If it looks like Foden is a strong contender for the bench, Foden to Enzo Fernandez. That's how you get your your Chelsea asset there, Alex. But just hold for now. Just wait 19 minutes or so, 15 minutes or so, and we'll make a decision then all before the deadline. Onsbro, hold triple captain in case of the double game week. Hold it for then. There's people looking at Gabriel triple captain in a double game week where it could be Brentford and Wolves. If he gets 2 clean sheets there, that's what 4 by 3 is 12. 24 just from clean sheets, then what's that? 30 from appearance points, a couple of bonus points then as well. You could be looking at 30-40 points from Gabriel if he gets 2 clean sheets. Cheers, great work as always. Leave the likes, people. Appreciate that, John. Good man. Should I sell Foden or Saka for Bruno Fernandes? I think keep Saka for now. Foden's the main issue this week. He's staying in the team for now, but that could change before the deadline. This is the lineup has been used in training. FPL main road as his predictions: Donnarumma, Nunes, Nico Riley, Foden, Nunes, Rodri, Foden, Nico. Oh yeah, fair enough. He's taking the piss. Right, what are we gonna do here at all? Right, grand. 18 minutes to go. Happy Saturday, Adam. Good man, Adam in the chat. Hope all is well, man. Priority should be getting Gabriel or replacing Cherky. I think priority should be getting Gabriel for sure. Foden to Enzo, Bruno and Bemo this week, or hold the transfer for an hour holding. That could change in 10 minutes or so. Should I sell Foden or Saka for Bruno Fernandes? Foden is a priority out if you're getting rid of one of them. Start Dorgu or Anderson in the fence. Anderson against Brighton isn't the worst thing. I know Dorgu is playing in a more advanced role. I can definitely see Arsenal getting a couple against us. Dorgu, that could be the game Dorgu gets a yellow card. He was very frustrating to own when I had him. He got his attacking return against Burnley, but he also didn't get his clean sheet. So yeah, let's see how we go there. We're just 4 subs off hitting 8,800. I know we're nearly touching 100 viewers, which is great to see. If you are watching and you haven't subscribed, please head on down there, click subscribe on the channel. We're trying to get to, first off, we have to worry about 9k subs. As I said, we're so close to hitting 9k subs. If you are one of those people who hasn't subscribed, please head on down there, click subscribe on the channel. And your support is very much appreciated, and I definitely do need your help to get there. Stephen Andrews, Haaland, Semenyo, Thiago captain, start O'Reilly or your fave Mukulele. I think Mukulele. I know he's my favourite, but yeah, I think you have to start Mukulele there over O'Reilly. With the rumours around O'Reilly, Wolves could even rob one. Better chance of Mukulele getting DEFCON over O'Reilly. I know he's my man all season. That's why that's my 2 cents on that. Captain Kevin Shada, no, don't go near that. No, definitely not. Should I be starting Xhaka over Raul? Raul on penalties, so no, leave off that then. 100 viewers in the chat, that's great to see this morning. Appreciate everyone. As I said, if you haven't clicked subscribe, please do. Hop on down there, click subscribe on the channel. We're just 3 subs off hitting 8,800, so go down there, support the channel if you wouldn't mind. 16 minutes to go. Mukalele or Thiaw to start. Mukalele, 490 overall. Some going. Bought Semenyo for Foden. I should wildcard in 24 with 1 free transfer. Kelleher to the plus Dubravka, Timber, Gabriel, Van Dijk, Dorgu, Goodmanson, Saka, Semenyo, Enzo, Wilson, Anderson, Haaland, Thiago, Ekitike. Nice team there. Even nicer rank. Semenyo in for Foden. I like that move a lot, so all good there. Yeah, you don't need my help at 490 overall. I like that Foden to Semenyo move. I just can't do it without the luxury of having a couple of transfers. Jovial, morning Niall, sausage sambo or scrambled eggs and beans for my brekkie. Not a fan of beans. Sausage sambo, go with that. Even a bit of a cheeky scrambled eggs on the side, go with that, but definitely not beans. They're not for me. Sausage sambo for the win. Get that down, yeah. Bit of eggs on the side, why not? Good man. What to do with Bruno Guimaraes? If you have him to Enzo Fernandez, that's the straight one, easy one there. Go for that. Dermot Mac 15 of Thiaw, Cash and Vissa on bench, and that orders. Son, any of those in for Anderson or Mukalele? Have Thiaw, Cash and Vissa on bench in that order. Sub out any of those in for Anderson or Mukalele. Probably Cash to Mukalele, yeah. With the fact Villa are away from home, you'd probably point towards more of a Newcastle clean sheet. If it does happen, I think both do concede, so I'd have Mukalele in there at least. Right, we've got a bit of a decision to make here now. To start Miley, Rodon or Mane. Miley, I think. Thought that also. Yeah, I think I'll start Raya. Stick him with Haaland captain. Yeah, I think so. Unless there is. Grand. What's your opinion about Rodon or wait for transfer news? Wait 10 minutes. Grand. Just joined Ellie Haaland leaks, John. Not just yet. To see if there is news. Grand. A lot of people to get back in the Patreon then as well, so we're going to be hopping and changing for the next while. Dubravka or Martinez in goal. Probably even Dubravka. Burnley at home. Wouldn't say no to a clean sheet for Burnley at home, especially with Spurs off the back of that impressive win, to be fair, in the Champions League. But no, I'd probably leave Dubravka in this week. Best Foden replacements. If you've got a couple of transfers, if you've got the luxury of having a couple of transfers, Semenyo in for Foden, nothing wrong with that. Right, sound. Best Foden replacement, yeah. Enzo, I like Ndai. I wanted to kind of sneak towards Ndai then as well. With Enzo, with those fixtures, that's why I've gone with him. What's the story with Palmer, Alex? He still has that niggle. It's only, I wouldn't be paying that much for Palmer. That being said, I have Saka in the team, so it's not great. Can't say a bit of a hypocrite there saying that, but no, Enzo is the priority over Palmer. And as I said, with Palmer's off the pitch, if there's an early sub, that brings Enzo into taking penalties then as well. We've seen it happen with Gordon, annoyingly, me owning Gordon. We've seen that happen with Bruno Guimaraes taking penalties. But yeah, let's see. It's a wait and see and Palmer anyhow. David, where would you go with that? Not lying wildcard still on the mind. Triple Arse on the fence. Gahey, Mukalele, Munaz, Palmer, Bruno, Gibbs wide for a punt. Pedro up top with Thiago or Watkins. Something different. I think everyone is making the same moves. Captain and Gabriel, wow. For Brogan, O'Reilly, Gabriel, Thiaw, Anderson, Rice, Cunha, Foden, Saka, Watkins, Haaland. Do you go with a wild card there? O'Reilly, Gabriel, Cunha. Not an ideal team for this week. Start Xhaka, Dorgu or Alderete. Out of those, maybe even Xhaka just for the DEFCON. Alderete might get a clean sheet. Maybe just Xhaka. Xhaka, Alderete, Dorgu in that order. You were wildcard. Saved for getting. Right. 12 minutes to go. A lot of messages to get back. Khalid, I can't bring Enzo to Anderson minus or .-5 in the red. Need help in my squad. Fair enough. Here we go. Virgil, Gabriel, Ukulele, O'Reilly, Rogers, Foden, Saka, Anderson, Wilson, Haaland, Guy. You could nearly roll. Right. Let's keep this going. What about if we don't get any news? Who to get rid of? Bruno. To Enzo. Grand. Going all with your advice and Semenyo captain. Hope it's going to bring success as you're the best as always. Sally and Alice, appreciate that. Hope you have a good week. I'll be cheering Semenyo for you. If Haaland is starting, if he's assisting Haaland, we'll go with that. Thanks, Niall. Keep up the good work, Dermot. Appreciate that. Dima, good to be back. Dubravka, Thiaw, O'Reilly, Gabriel, Ukulele, Bruno G, Saka, Foden, Simmons needs to go, I think. Haaland, Thiago, got Anderson on the bench. Any changes? Bruno G to Enzo has to be done there. Anderson, Nottingham Forest to Enzo. Abbas, no. Keep Anderson, he's getting the DEFCON. Keep him in the team there. No need to get rid at all. We're just 2 subs off hitting 8,800. We're getting into the proper business part of the stream now. If you are watching and you haven't subscribed, please do head on down there. Just 2 subs get us over the line there for the stream there. We've 110 people in the chat. Your support is very much appreciated. Haaland, Foden not starting? Question mark, question mark. We're waiting. We are waiting. It's going to be very close to the deadline. Bench 1, Van Dijk, Chalobah or Timber. Have Gabriel. Probably Timber, to be fair, yeah. Blaine, Foden and Haaland not starting. Don't know where you're seeing that. What do you suggest? Transfers for me now, pal. Michael, we're still waiting on City news. Trying to see if there's anything here. Maybe just do the Bruno Fernandes transfer and get it done. Lazy FPL, let's see on this. Where are we seeing this now? I know I'm going quiet, I'm just looking here. Oh, here we go. Haaland and Foden are not starting. Wow. So we're going to have to change the captaincy. Oh, God. Right. Haaland and Foden are not starting. Jesus Christ. Right. Here we go. Right. 8 minutes to sort my team. Right. We have to do Foden to Bruno Fernandes. So, captaincy. Damn, who am I going to captain? Oh my God, right. Jesus Christ, right. Okay, right, let me get this sorted. Right, gonna have to do Foden to Bruno Fernandes. Probably keep Haaland in, so, oh my God, right, we're gonna have to move the captaincy to who? Out of those, I don't like any of them. Foden is going to have to go. Ekatike captain. Damn. Right. Bruno Fernandes is in here. Do we just play Haaland and hope he gets a sub? 8 minutes to go. Wow. Gabriel, Esteve, Virgil, Dorgu, Ukulele. Right, we're going to just do this transfer. Foden out, Bruno Fernandes in is done. Yeah, I was thinking they would do Semenyo and just captain him, but let me have a look here. Yeah, if you're just joining, Haaland and Foden are not starting by the sounds of it. Who do I captain here? That's the next thing. Do I sub in Dorgu? Oh no. Right. Get this done. Right, Bruno Fernandes is in. Do I captain Saka or do I captain Ekatike? I'm gonna have to change this to voice. Oh my God, right. Oh, 6 minutes to the side. Right. Fuck. Can't be cursing, sorry. What's the chat saying? Damn, right. Getting stressed now. I'm going Thiago against Forest captain. Yeah, I don't have Thiago, so I can't do it. Paul here. Gabriel, Thiago, Ukulele, O'Reilly, Bruno, Wilson, Saka, Semenyo, Enzo, Haaland, Thiago, Krupa Jr. All good there. You have actually a very nice team. Gabriel, Ukulele, O'Reilly, Bruno, Wilson, Saka, Semenyo, Enzo, Haaland and Thiago, Krupa Jr. on the bench. Good to go. No Haaland, Verts captain. Fair enough. I'm going Thiago. Yeah, I don't. That's gonna kill me now. Not having 5 minutes to go. I'm panicking here, I won't lie. Or do I go captain, Saka captain? Oh my god. If you have Thiago, you captain Thiago. That's 3 minutes to go as well. Bruno Fernandes in for Foden there, Michael. That's what you need to do. And what's the rest of the team? Right. Keen to Ukulele. Sounds like Cherky isn't starting either, Michael. So Cherky to Enzo, Foden to Bruno. Or you don't have enough for that, damn. Foden to Cherky to Enzo. You can't get Foden. Maybe do Semenyo, so Michael, with that in the bank. If you can't get the Bruno, go with that. Right, what are we doing? Saka or Katika? Damn, I need to send this in. I need to make a call on it then too. Yeah, if you have Thiago, captain him. You have Thiago, captain him. I'm deciding between Saka and Ekatike. Stressing. Right, are you benching Haaland? I think I'm still starting him. If you have Thiago, I'll keep saying it, captain him. Oh, I'd wish I had Thiago. I would have captained him. For now, it's Ekatike. I'm afraid. Yeah, let's go Saka captain. Oh, I hate this. I'm going to leave it on Saka, so not ideal against my own team. Let me send in this to my Patreon quickly. Wow, at least we got the news anyway. It's better off we have that means if Haaland doesn't play, they want Esteve or Dorgu. I don't want 5 players in the United game. Let's send this in now. Right. Where's me? Get this done at least. Allow, right, grand, allow, get this sent to keep everyone happy. Wow, right, 3 minutes to go. Semenyo or Thiago, if you have Thiago, captain Thiago. Haaland out of team, bro. He's not starting, yeah. I have him still starting there. It's better having him in in case he makes a sub. If I stay at first bench, or do I just sub him completely? Not ideal captain and Saka against my own team. Anyway, right, let's keep this going at least. We're 2 subs off hitting 8,800. Surely Thiago gets something for it. Yeah, if you have Thiago, captain Thiago. Semenyo in for Foden and captain, go for it. Why not? If you have the transfers available, go for it. Ekatika Thiago, not taking a hit for it. Any O'Reilly news? Unfortunately not, Ryan, no. No Haaland, Verts captain, going Thiago, fair. Start Dorgu or Anderson. Start Anderson there. I've Dorgu rolled on his first bench. News on Bruno Guimaraes, him to Enzo, get that done. Bottle it, I went Ekatike or Gehi captain. Don't do that. I'm on Saka here. Not ideal at all. Right. Went with that. Rice or Bruno captain. Out of those, get Rice or Bruno, neither. Connor Brick, Bruno Fernandes captain. No, unfortunately not. I've done the move of Foden to Bruno Fernandes. Thiago captain Alex, yes, go for it. Bench or just don't captain. Right then, Enzo or Ndai. A minute to go, right. Dorgu or Rodon. Dorgu out of those. Dorgu. Saka is captain. Make sure I've this confirmed before this goes. Wow. At least we got the news anyway. Right, Saka captain there. Grand. Not ideal. Do I start Dorgu? That's going to be it anyway. Right, we're running out of time. But that's my team now. I'm locked in. Ekatike, Vice. No Haaland, no Foden if you're joining that. Wilson captain. If you want to go Wilson, go for it. It's Saka or Ekatike. The slight doubt of Ekatike not starting. That's why I've gone for it. Semenyo. Any news on Reiner starting? There's not. I see a lot of tips for Wolves to win. Jesus Christ, right. Saka captain. Do you know if Gahey starts, Niall? He is, yeah. He is starting. Pep said in the press he is going to start. Right. Give us a video call when you're finished, Ryan. I will. Wow. Semenyo starting, he should be. Shirky as well seems to be benched then too. Haaland is still captain. Too late. Balls. Thiago it is. Grand. John, I was on stream. Good man, John. Good stuff. Appreciate that, John. Sorry for not getting back to you in the Patreon, but at least you're on stream there then as well. Alice in the chat there. Had to go Ekatike to get Bruno in. Looks good. There. There's a deadline. Had to go Ekatike. I'm on Saka. I didn't even want to go Saka against United. Triple Arsenal and a Bruno Fernandes against in. I'm gonna not having Thiago isn't ideal. Could be a red arrow this week without having Thiago. I wanted Foden to start on the basis I could have got Thiago in for Ekatike. That's the deadline, yeah. Wow. Still starting Haaland, yeah. Still starting Haaland. You might get a sub on and go from there. Oh god, right. That's another deadline. Right. Had to do Van Dijk to Gay. He did forward Iron Man Bruno. That's very fair. Wildcard next week. You gone the road. Right. Right, I'm saying quite there, sorry. Had to do Van Dijk to Gay, he did forward Arman Bruno, that's all good. There's a deadline, had to go Ekatike, I hope he starts. I've gone Saka captain with that news on the Haaland leaks then as well. Wow, okay. Before you do drop off, drop a like on the stream if you haven't done so already. Yeah, we're two subs off hitting 8,800. We'll get it next stream. That's all good there. But appreciate that. You got the news anyway, Haaland and Foden. That's why you wait until the deadline for your moves. Bruno's in for Foden at least. We've done that move a week early than anticipated. Let's try and get some. I don't know. I don't even know what I want. As a United fan, obviously want some goals. Maybe it's better off Bruno getting some returns anyway. Thanks all. Best of luck. Not a deal with Saka against us, but it is what it is. I went for the same. Very fair. Right, I hope I sent in the right team as well to the Patreon with that madness at the end. Saka captain at least, yeah, all good there. Right, we're going to leave it there. As always, what a stream that was. Before you do drop off, give a like, give a subscribe if you haven't done so already. And yeah, a full day of football ahead of us here now then as well. No Haaland, no Foden is the main news. We got the news in the end. I'm off for a cup of tea or something there to de-stress after that. Not ideal on the captaincy then as well. I'm not confident on the Saka captaincy. Out of those, I didn't want to captain anybody else, only between Saka and Ekitike. Slight chance of Ekitike even himself being gone or being benched. So look, we're locked at that. We're going to leave it there. Thanks for watching. Best of luck for the week. We'll see you in the next video, and let's see how we get on this week. If Haaland gets off the bench at least. Wow. Right, we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. Era boo. We'll see you in the next video.